And good night. We're out.
You would do that.
Yep. So, welcome back to another installment of The Dumb Leading the Blind. I am your host, the Bearded Wonder. I will be playing the role of the dumb tonight, and joining me is Kathy, Lord of the Stream. She's going to be playing the role of the blind. Now all we need is a leper, and we can get some biblical shit going on. So, Kathy, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where we left off last time?
I was on my boat. I was on a
On a
boat.
boat.
I was on a boat, and I had gotten myself injured while playing, like literally, physically injured while playing this game. It was ridiculous, and I
And
don't
we're
want.
doing flips with mermaids and shit.
Wait, what?
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a
I'm doing
boat. I
flips
don't know
with
what I was.
mermaids
I
and
don't know
shit.
what the hell I was doing. I just know I came on the boat and then I stopped, and I don't even know why I'm on the boat. And I don't know if I want to stay on the boat or get off the boat. Stay on, get off. I don't know. I'm confused.
Well, I mean, the
But I
boat's
know
great.
that.
You
But
know,
I
a tour of the island. Plus,
that's
the boat
true.
has information on it.
Yeah, I know the boat has. Oh, what do you mean the boat has information? Oh shit! I gotta get used to my controls. I've been playing Fortnite and I'm used to jumping. Doesn't have any information. What the hell are you talking about?
Look at the map.
Oh hey, those are some of the puzzles I completed.
Hmm.
Ah cool.
See, it has information.
It does now have information,
It had information from the start.
but it didn't have that information.
Yes, it did.
Did it?
It did.
I don't remember that.
It's always been there.
No, it has. What the? Never mind. I'm not even gonna say anything, cause yeah, never mind. See, I'm blind. I cannot see this stuff. Oh, speaking of that, we were playing Superheroes, a card game. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Nope.
Fuck, there goes my camera again. Uh, basically, you have cards that have different characters.
Well, your camera on the stream's fine.
Yeah, I know, but my camera. What the hell happened here? Oh, I see what happened. We're having technical difficulties tonight. I think this is a sign that I shouldn't be streaming.
We wasn't having any technical difficulties, just Skype, and really only technically your Skype cam.
This is going so well. No, we basically you take two different historical figures or characters. I mean, real and imaginary, and you basically argue who would beat each other in a fight.
Yeah.
And we had Helen Keller versus Tesla with the top half of a moose. That was an interesting argument right there.
Lord.
Well, and then it was an invisible Abraham Lincoln versus E.T. So anyhow, yeah. Sorry. That's fun. That would be a fun game to play on stream. But anyhow, because this
Uh,
one, I'm not seeing nothing. But I know there were puzzles
so,
up there. But do I want to go around the island? What do I want to do? I
so
don't
again,
know.
the boat has information. So if you look, you can see a few things. Like if you look in the upper left there, you can see the hexagonal sun puzzles that we did towards the beginning there.
I did one.
Uh-huh. And then you should also see the some of the symmetry stuff
Yes.
off towards the left there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there is actually some more symmetry stuff that we haven't done yet. Um, you can see the tetraminos from the color swamp.
God, fuck those things.
Uh, uh, you can see the tree monastery and the
Mm-hmm.
orchard and the black and white. So I mean, it's gonna kind of give you an idea of where you've been. Oh, you can see the castle with the garden puzzles,
Yeah.
which there's still the other half of the castle if you wanted to play with that. Um, so, but if you look, you'll notice it'll kind of give you an idea of where you can learn what on the island.
Okay.
So something to think. Oh, you can see the sound puzzles too. The sound wave puzzle. That's towards the lower right.
Yeah.
So, but in any case, it's a nice quick reference towards kind of where you can learn certain rules for puzzles. So it's a nice tool to have.
What'd you drop?
A thing. Going back to the color swamp.
I don't know. I think I just want to go explore. I don't want to go back to that damn fucking piece of shit thing. I'm serious. That thing is a beast, and that one I may not be able to complete.
Oh, sure you can.
Yeah, you have better faith in me than I do. I guess that's a good thing.
So you've got what? How many lasers? 5?
5, I think. Yeah.
The 5?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5. I think 5.
Well, there's the wrecked ship.
It's a sad wreck ship.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to jump to it?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Or fucking unlock the jump button.
I feel like there is a trick to it, and it's not unlocking it. It's just I haven't figured out which key it is.
I'm assuming you've hit them all already, haven't you?
No, not everything. And again, I'm playing on a keyboard. I mean, I got like how many freaking keys are on a keyboard?
Probably all of them.
I mean, no, I can guarantee I haven't hit anything over on the IOP side of the ooh. But that you said I probably can't get to until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 lasers. I don't want to go back to the stupid color swamp. Seriously.
You were doing well with it.
I got stuck on that last one. I'm serious. I'm to the point now where I
Oh,
really am. What?
Yeah, but it was also late.
I'll go
We've
back
been
and
at
take.
it for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
That is true. All right, let me go back and I'll take a look and see since I'm over this way. And if I scream bloody murder because I can't figure it out, I'll just leave.
Well, see, there you go.
Come on, let me off. Let me off. Let me off. Let me off. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't. Oops. Oh, it might help if I run. I don't even remember where I was. Ooh. Yick. Where was I with this? Oh, there's my yellow. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, fudge. Yeah, I don't want to do that one. That was the one I couldn't figure out.
So I was thinking on it. Something that may help, it helped me tremendously, is simply counting your squares. That did wonders for me in terms of kind of brute forcing a few of these puzzles where I just got frustrated.
Well, which squares are you counting? The ones on the grid or the ones that you have?
Both.
Well, I know I have 25, and then I got 5, 8, 11, 12. Okay, so I've got 12.
How many squares you need to have on one side of the line and how many you need to have on the other.
Oh, one side and the other? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, look at the puzzle to your left there. Notice how all your tetraminos are all encapsulated together on one side of the line?
Yeah.
Right. So if you count up all the squares that make up those tetraminos, you'll have that number of squares on one side of the line.
Okay.
So sometimes it's just a matter of playing with the numbers.
Yeah, and the problem is trying to figure out which way your squares are going to go.
You can also consider, too, like, on this one here, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you've got 12 squares worth of tetraminos,
which I said,
and you've got a 5x5 grid, so you've got 25 squares,
which I said.
So that means that you've got 13 squares that are free spaces. So
Mhm.
it's just a matter of figuring out how to arrange those 13 squares of free spaces. And there's only so many options when you realize that you have to have that many squares in one lump. At worst, it's possible, and again, I don't remember the answer to this one right off the top of my noggin, but my gut tells me that that lone single dot is part of a whole lump with the other three. But even if it's not, you know it can only be one exact thing. And then at that point, you've got 11 other squares that need to encapsulate your tetraminos.
Hmm. And that is a very good hint. I'm just having a hard time
So,
visualizing this. That's the problem. Normally I can visualize the patterns, and for some reason I don't know if it's the color scheme or if it's just the way my brain is not functioning real well right now. I mean, it could be that too. That I just cannot. No, that wouldn't work. See, what's throwing me is where the positions of where they're all at. And
mhm.
I keep I'll get them in a pattern, but I'll forget like to include this position over here. And then I'll do the same thing, or I'll forget that I need to get this block in with that grouping. Hmm. And that won't work anyhow. That one. Can I
What I
make
would do
that
is
work?
make a quick note of the answer to the last panel there, and just start experimenting.
Well, actually, I might have figured it out, but hold on. You're right on that one, or correct, I should say. I think I might actually have it. But just in case.
All right, State Farm.
That's not going to work. Unless. Nope, that's not right. Two. That isn't going to have that in there. that in there. What are you playing?
I pulled up my run of the witness so I can follow along with where you're at. I need to dig out my teeter remote and turn it down.
Mhm.
That was unintentional. I figured it's easier to kind of help keep track if I can follow along with where you're at.
No, it's a good idea.
Let's see. You're in the blue.
Got it.
There you go. See, not so bad with a fresh set of eyes now, is it?
Oh, God. Well, and it helped once I figured out. Once I realized, once I got this piece, and once I realized if I put these two together, they make a 6. If
Mm-hmm.
I'd been thinking about that the whole time, but what I kept doing is overlapping them a different
Yeah.
way, and I kept forgetting that I, I was making them into a 4 instead of to 6 blocks. I was reducing 2 of the blocks. Oh well. I got it! About freaking
Yep.
time. Yay, go me! Now if I could just figure out how to jump. Oh shoot. Well, I guess I'm going down.
Now you get to learn something new.
Yeah. Ooh. So, ooh, pretty area.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a pea-filled pool. Oh, interesting.
I liked these. These were
This
neat.
is kind of interesting. With the 3 blocks and then the blue. What does that mean, though? Hmm.
Time to start experimenting.
Well, okay. So, that's not it. So I have a blue line. That's interesting. Nope. Hmm.
It's a math equation.
Ah. So take away 2. Now, does that mean 2 on... So does that matter which one? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. So what? So if that's not correct...
The question is, do you know why it's not correct?
No, but I'm trying to look back and see. I would think that this would be that the square would be the whichever one it's in, but like in this case, I thought it might be the bottom 2, but
So far, what do you think the blue square means?
it means subtract 1 of the blocks.
Okay, correct.
But the question is which one? Like in this case, I figured it was the top one because of the fact that it was on top of, you had the 3 lines, but I'm obviously incorrect because I see you shaking your head. So, what did
Take
I
what you
miss?
know about the tetraminos and apply it.
Say that again?
Take what you know about the tetraminos and apply it here. What was one of the hardest concepts to figure out with the tetraminos?
How they fit into patterns, or are you talking about that they can be rotated?
Neither, but you're closer with the rotation.
Um, are you talking about the fact that the lines I have to have the pieces separate, or do I have to incorporate all of those into the same piece? That has to be together,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't care which block you subtract, just so long as you subtract the number of blocks in the arrangement that it shows you. So the subtractable blocks, much like the tetraminos, are movable.
Mhm.
But in order for an equation to work, you have to have the entire equation inside the parentheses of the equation.
Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. I got that one. All right, I'm sorry. Now the question is, oh man, this is tough one. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. Or maybe not, because maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way.
It's not as complicated as you think.
That's why I think I'm looking at this at the wrong. Yeah, I was looking at it too much.
Uh huh. Ta-da!
Blue light. Oh, jeez. So, jeez. Do it. Okay, at least I'm going in the correct direction. I don't have to mess with that crap. And I gotta go back down. More stairs. Ooh. Oh, shikes. That's my thing up there. I can move it from down here? Or no? Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's cool. There's gotta be a reason for doing that.
I'm trying to follow where you just went, and I just lost my train of thought for a second. You're in the light blue, aren't you? Yeah.
Yep, I'm in the light blue. And I'm...
Okay. There we go.
I wonder something here real quick. I think that was the one I had, so I need to reverse that. Yeah, I'll figure that one out. Ah!
You had it.
No, I was trying to do the reverse and I couldn't remember how I did it in
Yeah.
reverse. I just wanted to see what would happen.
And do you feel better now?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm thinking that that has something to do with that. See? Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong button. Shut up! I hit the wrong button! God darn it. Move over, keyboard. Now I gotta reverse it.
Ooh, I just solved the panel that I had left unsolved.
Yay, there you go.
I got another one that I left unsolved. Let's see here. How clever am I today?
There we go. Okay. Now this time, don't hit space. There we go. Yay, I made floaty sparkles go somewhere. Alright, now... So it's the same concept as before. But I screwed up. Oh, I see how... Oh, I see how I screwed up. I think. Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute. Not as easy as I was thinking it would be. I'm assuming it can apply to either one of them. There we go.
Ta-da!
There we go. Hmm.
Ooh, I solved another.
Well, what did he freaking do?
I didn't realize I had straight panels laying around. That being said, I do believe you wandered off somewhere else. Oh, nope, nope. Maybe you and I are in the same spot? Yeah, we are.
Oh, I need to get rid of 4. Hello. So what did I... Oh, I know what I was going to do. That's what it was. No, but that doesn't get rid of that. Okay. Alright, so there's 1. There's 2. Okay, so there's that one. That doesn't get rid of enough. Oh, those aren't connected, that's why.
So, how many yellow squares do you have total that you have to account for there?
That many.
Go.
I was just trying to figure out which piece to put up there to include the blue one. Oh, fuck me. Oh, god damn.
Yeah, this one is kind of bullshit.
Kind of. Oh, man.
I would lose zero respect for you if you said, just tell me the answer.
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
I said, this particular puzzle here,
Yeah.
I would lose 0% respect for you if you said, just tell me the answer. Because it is kind of bullshit.
I want to try to figure it out.
And you should. Like, I'm literally staring at the answer and I'm having a hard time picturing the answer in my head as I'm staring at it.
Well, the question is trying to figure out what to keep filled and what not to keep filled. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So we have the 3. Now the question is, how would I keep?
Now, the other thing, too, is you know that taking what you already know, you know that 2 yellow squares cannot occupy the same space on the grid at the same time.
Right.
So the question is, how do you fit the T shape into the checker?
Well, what I am doing is I'm taking out, and you can't see me pointing, I'm taking out 2 pieces next to the side and making 2 that are across from one another so they can slide into one of those open spaces. But then, and that removes 2 of the blocks. But I don't know if that's a good way to do it, or to do something different, take out 2 of the pieces in the checkerboard pattern and fit the T shape in there that way.
You're overthinking how to get the T into the checker pattern.
I knew I was.
There's a simpler way with less pieces involved. And now I can visualize the answer in my head again. So this is another one where counting your negative spaces is really helpful. Kathy, did you die?
What? No, I did not die. I'm concentrating. I'm concentrating very hard.
Let's do the math problem together. You have how many yellow squares?
12.
How many blue squares?
2.
12 minus 2?
10.
You have a 4x4 grid. How many squares?
16.
16 minus 10?
6.
So you need 6 negative spaces to leave out of your big block. Looking at the checker pattern, what's the easiest way to do that? Keeping in mind that checkered pattern can't move because it's literally 4x4.
Right.
It's locked in place.
Mhm.
So knowing that you're going to have six squares outside of your big block, look at that and figure out what's the. Because I told you when you said you're removing 2 out of the checker to make room for the T, that you're overdoing it. So that should tell you what?
Tells me I'm a freaking idiot. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
It should tell you that you only
I'm lost.
should tell you that you only have to remove 1 yellow square out of the checker to make
Mhm.
the T fit inside the checker.
Right. Which is what I was getting at. I said it in a more complicated manner.
Okay.
That's what I was getting at.
Right. And so you have 1 negative square left to knock out something in order to make the answer workable. So looking at the checker,
Mhm.
imagine just drawing the checker. Forget the T, forget the negatives. Imagine just drawing the checker. Draw that line right now on your panel. See a problem?
Mhm. I can't.
Exactly.
Mhm.
What does that tell you?
That's not the right answer.
No, no, no. It gives you more information than I think you realize. It's telling you where to spend one of your blue squares. Because if you leave that yellow square in the bottom right hand corner, it's 100% unsolvable.
Right.
So it tells you in order to make it even physically possible, that has to go.
Okay.
There you go.
Just took me what? How long did that take? Just start timing me to see how long it takes me to
That
figure these
wasn't
out.
bad, considering that's a fairly obnoxious panel.
I gotta run back and yep, the red. Oh god. So now we're combining. That one made sense. Hmm. Hmm. This one's interesting.
This one is not nearly as hard as you think it is.
No, it's just interesting, and I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm complicating it. Clear the mind.
The biggest clue here is count your blues.
I have 4.
Uh-huh.
And I can totally get rid of the block, but my question is, how do I get everything in the same area?
If you're getting rid of the block, focus on the only thing left. Take this puzzle extremely literally. No sliding, no moving, no nothing. Just focus on the one piece left. Because if you're getting rid of the block, you only have one piece left.
Oops, not what I wanted to do.
This room is teaching you something very particular. It's teaching you an advanced concept of negative blues.
Okay.
So what did the first 2 panels do?
Basically cancels each other out.
Right. Which means what? Look specifically at those 2. You notice that the cancellation of the yellow tetramino does something or allows for something?
Allows me to include the negative blocks.
More than that.
What more does it do?
Notice in those first 2 panels, so the complete cancellation of your yellow tetramino, like on the one that you on the second panel,
Okay.
makes it so that you don't have to conform to the yellow tetramino shape. If you had to conform to the yellow tetramino shape, you'd have only been able to go up 2. Instead, your whole shape is a 6x6. It allows you to blow it completely open because you're not confined by having to make that shape anymore, because that shape simply doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. So I can get rid of either shape and still make it work. I just got to make sure that all of these stay in the same space. In this case. But that's not right.
Well, remember, you're only getting rid of 1. You've got 4 negatives and you've got 7 positive. So there's
Okay.
still 3 yellow squares that have to be accounted for.
Okay.
But like you said, you've got 4, which means you can wipe out the 2x2 completely.
So these 4 can be in the same, and this would have to be separate.
There you go.
No. Oh, but I got to have the right shape, too.
Correct.
Okay, because this one is not. Okay.
Now, does the concept track?
Concept is tracking a lot better. Yes.
Because if the yellow shape doesn't exist, you don't have to conform to it.
Right? And same with this. Since the yellow shapes, because this cancels out everything. I just have to make sure that I keep everything together. That's...
Mm-hmm.
And
Right, you have to cancel out in the correct arrangements. Now that you're dealing with negative shape.
Ah, okay. So since there's two, I have to have this and like the pieces match up.
Uh-huh.
So I have to have 3 and the yellow, or 3 blues with the yellow and 4 blues with the 4 yellow.
Mhm.
Am I correct in that?
Right. You have to be able to arrange the negatives
Mhm.
into the same shape that you're canceling out.
So like this will not cancel out this one because those are
Correct.
together. Okay. So now, oh man. Okay. So somehow I gotta get it so that it works like that. A lot easier.
No.
There you go. That was a lot easier.
It's a neat concept that isn't nearly as complicated as it looks.
Oh, what's up here?
uh,
Oh god, I hate it when you laugh like that.
oh yeah, this is a weird one. This is one of those reality is exactly what you make it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. But now I can't cross over because... Oh yeah, I can. But did I get the right pattern to get across? And obviously I did not. Weird. Am I supposed to be in this area though?
uh-huh.
Okay. Wasn't sure because I was following the blue. I didn't know if I followed the blue line correctly. Yes, I did. Okay, just making sure. So now the question is, how? What? So now the question is, how do you get down? Because that looks like the right way to go. But how do you get down there? And what's up with these things? And that just takes me back here. But I also do not have to follow that pattern. But does it have to be two next to one another?
Yes, because you're dealing with a negative shape.
Okay. Alright. Why is that not? Oh, because it's two. That pulls me back up, which I did not want to do. Oops. Oh. Okay. So now the question is, how do I get across? Now do I have to go back the other way? Man, complicated.
A little bit.
The question now is, how do I get over there when that blue is there? Interesting. And is there a different way to do this shape? So it has to be two next to one another. But that has to be in there. So what can I do that's different? Can I do anything that's different?
Can you indeed?
Now my problem is, how do I change it from where I was? And how do these things get flipped? Because I'm assuming this can be flipped somehow. Or maybe
I
not.
I wouldn't assume that. Not in the least.
Ugh, fudge. I knew it wasn't going to be that easy.
Of course not.
But maybe I can do something along those lines. Which will put me in the middle. Now, the question is, can that be lowered? And no, that can't. So, but I don't want to go that way. I want to go there. So, now I got to figure out how I want to. There we go. And now, I should just be able to do this. And there we go. And of course. Ooh, easy one. Did I get another? Oops. Maybe if I hit the A or the... I got another laser!
Lasers.
Freaking lasers. Freaking sharks with lasers.
Need sharks with frickin' lasers, Scott. That's so much to ask. He just wanted a shark with a frickin' laser on its head.
Yay! Freaking shark with freaking laser. Maybe. You gonna do anything? Oh, you're
Yeah.
working. You taking your sweet time, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. It's thinking.
Why are you thinking? This isn't that difficult, laser.
It's precision aiming right there. It gets one shot.
Well, the other thing didn't get one shot. I had a moose. Sweet. but I feel like I am not done with the color swamp.
I mean, there's tons of environmentals around, but
But now I can't get out this way, so I gotta go back through all that stuff. Please tell me I don't have to. Do I have to go back this way? Do I have to solve puzzles? Or if I... Oh, nope, there. Yay! I found a path.
yeah.
You frickin' suck. Nope, that's not gonna work. That might work, though. I gotta figure out 2 of them. Oh, you fucking... Okay. At least they seem to be relatively easy ones. Ooh, pretty.
You know, you could literally use the same answer for both of those.
Oh, no. I didn't. You fucking suck. Just saying. But I figured it out. I'm happy.
Yes, you did.
All it took was how many tries? I don't know. Yay! Pretty area. But I feel like this area is not completely done, like you said. There's other stuff. There's purple stuff. And there is a girl reaching to something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I want to stay. Should I stay or should I go?
That is the question.
I don't know.
Though you are rapidly approaching the next section, or a next section.
Yeah, looks complicated. Oops. Ooh, pretty. Oh, holy moly. That's kind of cool. Can I go in there? Darn
How
it.
artistically inclined are you?
How what?
How artistically inclined are you?
Depends on the artistic.
How are you?
Ooh, pretty. Depends on what you're talking about, artistic, because I'm...
How do you feel about mixing colors?
That I'm pretty good at.
Oh, then you should definitely be here.
Okay. What I gotta do? What do I gotta do?
House.
What?
Welcome to the greenhouse.
Okay. How do I get down there? Ah, okay. There's a path.
There's always a path.
Question is, can I find the path?
Question is, can you walk the path?
I don't know if I can. Now I'm trying to remember how this works.
This works by being racist.
Do.
Don't overthink it.
I'm trying not to overthink it.
There you go.
Pretty. Ooh.
It's super pretty.
I like colors.
You may hate them by the time you're done with the greenhouse.
Maybe. But so pretty. Well, I can't really call it a greenhouse, you know. There's red. Okay, anyhow. So what do we got here? Ooh, okay. So why do we have purple and green? And what is the significance of these colors? What is this puzzle trying to teach me? Is it the same stuff where I got to divide these two up?
Shapes matter.
Shapes matter.
Hmm. So think about what you did to get in.
Well, I've got to separate the two of them.
So separate it. So the little little squares basically tell you that they need to be separated. You know that you separate black and white. So at this point, you're just kind of learning the concept of separating more than two colors.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. I made that harder than it needed to be.
You really did.
I'm such a. I'm a nitwit. Oh, jeez. You alright there?
Oh yeah. Why do you ask?
You're just twitching over there, just making sure.
I just cracking my neck.
Okay. Mm.
You literally had it.
And what you talking about? No, I didn't.
Go back. Yeah. Down.
What?
Right.
What?
Keep. Yeah. Keep. Too far. There you go. Nah. There you go.
What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. You're right. You did start off the wrong direction. And just because they have to be separated doesn't mean they have to be grouped either.
What do you mean they don't have to be grouped? Don't the purples and the purples have to be together and the whites and the whites have to be together?
No, you just can't let the colors mingle.
Well, that fucking isn't cool.
Racism didn't mean that you had to keep all the blacks and whites together. It just meant you had to keep the blacks and the whites separate.
Yeah. Okay. Urgh. Somebody's getting tired.
I'm good.
But I did keep them all together, so there.
You did.
Ah! Stupid. Stupid mouse. You being all stupid on me. Ah! I'm losing control. Oh, those are all together. Oops, nope, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Nope, that's not gonna work. La da 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 da. This is not cool.
I can tell you the top center group wins the real estate war here.
Well, that's not fair.
We said it was fair, just said it was accurate. You were actually kind of close to the solution there a second ago.
Yeah, but the problem was I could not. That's not divided.
That's why I said you were close.
Somebody falling asleep.
That's not going to get you anywhere either. You mixed the blue and yellows.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. La da 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 da. Mixing the pinks, the blues. Urgh!
You're working off the wrong axes.
There.
I mean, if you think it'll get you there.
No, it won't. What did I do wrong there?
Remember what I
Oh,
mentioned?
yeah.
Isolate. They don't have to be grouped.
Mhm.
It's the first thing you should think about.
The problem is I keep.
You got to stop thinking vertically.
Well, what are you getting at? I don't understand.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Up one, over one, down, and go right one. Up one, all the way right. Up one, all the way left. Think you can work it out? See, that's a more horizontally oriented solution.
Fuck. I'm embarrassed I didn't figure that one out. And I'm probably gonna fuck this one up.
You were off to a bad start. Beyond that bad start, though, you actually almost had it.
What bad start with this one?
You're still off on a bad start. Uh,
I'm messing up on purpose. Because, oh, shoot. Stupid. My mouse is sensitive tonight. That's still a bad start.
hey, Kathy,
Hey, what?
you should make 7 yours.
Well, what?
Make 7 yours. Think back to an old soda campaign.
Yeah. don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Yay!
Make 7
Up
up.
yours. Yeah, I knew what you're getting at. I'm old. I knew that one. Ooh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. We're gonna get more complicated, aren't we?
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to go straight to the end. What time is it anyhow? Yeah. See, I thought this would be fun, like mixing colors, not doing this crap.
No. You actually haven't even started mixing colors yet.
I
You're
want to mix
about,
colors. I like mixing
about
colors.
to.
I like that.
You're about to learn color math.
Oh, shikes.
Now, this is important here.
Mhm.
Look at the bottom half of that puzzle. The
Yes.
bottom 8 squares.
Okay.
Consider the arrangement of colors for a moment.
Yes. I got 4 and 1, and then I got 2 sets on top, one on top of another.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Look at the way they're laid out. Can you even begin to fathom a workable line that would separate all of those?
No.
So, what you're staring at then is an unsolvable puzzle, right?
To a point, yeah, unless there's something I'm missing.
There is.
Are those okay, what am I missing?
Puzzle, the panel is lying to you.
It's lying to me.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or more accurately, it's not being entirely truthful with you.
Is it
It
dividing
would
it up?
be fair to say that you're a little too close to you're a little too close to see the answer.
What? What do you mean I'm a little too close to see the answer?
I mean, you're too close to see it accurately.
Oh, do I need to look at it through here? That's right, I remember looking through here and I saw the color. Well, sack of BS.
Color math.
Color math, nice. Okay.
One color plus another color equals the answers.
That's actually really creative. I like that. So, we have the same thing here. And so I don't forget, because my memory ain't so good. Yeah, I forgot I had seen that. That's actually really, I like that. That's a really creative way to do this. Down 2, right 2, up 3. There we go. Oh, how did I fuck that one up? Shut up! I did something wrong. What did I do
You're right.
wrong?
You did.
What did I do wrong? Oh, I had the blacks and the greens together. That's what I did wrong. So, That's what I so. I'm overcomplicating it.
Mm, let's see here. You are. Um, so if your right answer wasn't the right answer, then maybe it wasn't the right answer.
It wasn't. Now I just gotta figure out how I need to block it out.
The bigger question here is, are you asking the right question? Because unless you ask the right question, you can't get the right information. Without the right information, you can't get the right answer.
Huh? I don't understand what you're getting at.
There's a 90s pop band that will help you solve this.
Okay, a little bit more hint than that, because I know a lot of 90s pop bands.
There's a 90s pop band with a specific one-hit wonder that will help you solve this. You should ask them.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Specifically, you should ask them about their one-hit song. It's a song about a man who lives in a house and drives a car and feels a certain way all day.
Oh my god, I am totally blanking. Oh, I'm really blanking. I know you're finding this humorous, but I'm seriously pissed off that I do not know who you're talking about.
Late 90s, I'll specify.
Still doesn't help. Who the hell are you talking about?
I they're very French. They're French and they were a very good year. They also happen to be extremely tall.
You're gonna say the name, I'm gonna kick myself because I should know who it is.
Yes, you will.
I am. Who are you talking about?
Want me to spoil it?
You're gonna have to, because I have no freaking clue.
Eiffel 65.
Okay.
What was their one-hit song?
Well, I'm blue. Is that
Uh-huh.
one? So, what? You tell me I have to close the door?
No, you really can't close the door.
What? I don't get then what you're getting at.
You had the right idea. You're overcomplicating it.
What are you talking about? I don't. I honestly am. This is going over my head, and I think part
Literally
of it's
just walk past it.
what?
Go inside.
What? What are? Oop, what are you talking about?
You walk past it again and again.
Hmm. I hate this game. But see, I would not think. Well, like you said, if I can't get the answer from here, oh my god, I would never think to use that. Sack. Sack of BS. I'm serious. This is a sack of frickin' BS. I mean, it's creative. I'm gonna give you that, but sack of BS. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Oh fuck. Now I don't even remember where I was at. Fuck that. Oh. Again, creative. Not denying this.
You can run it from here, I believe,
Can I run
if
it
it
from here?
helps.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe? No? Okay.
Well, hold on. Maybe I got to be in a better position. Yeah, well, no, that won't help.
I stand corrected. I apologize. The glass, it won't let you run it through the glass. You got to hold it in your head.
When glass won't let you hero.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. Okay.
You were super close.
It is the pattern I was thinking. It just didn't work. Okay. So up one, right two, down. Or excuse me, up one, down one, right one, up two, left two. Actually, gonna go left one more. There we go.
Ta-da! You did
Yeah.
it!
So now the question is it that one? Or is it that one? That one? Or this one? It's not gonna tell me, is it? Or is it that?
Just consider which is solvable and which is not solvable. Also, you have access to the stairs. You can go look and see if there's anything interesting up there.
That's true. Ooh. Very pretty. It's all purpley.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing up here? A door. What am I missing? I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. But it is pretty up there. Alright. Is that solvable?
If you want to know if it's solvable, consider the intersection of black, red, and orange.
That's what I'm thinking. Let me get more paper.
Hmm. Now, for this one, you're going to need to take everything you've learned and put it together. So, what has this game taught you when it's taking you through learning rules and mechanics?
That it's a bunch of bullshit, that it keeps changing everything.
It doesn't
No, I'm
change
just
specifically.
no, but it just
Uh,
builds upon one another.
okay, take that sentence extremely literal right here.
What do you mean? Take it literal.
What was that sentence that I just told you to take literally?
It builds upon one another.
Okay. What did you do for the first puzzle in that room?
You talking about this one? I went and
Right.
I looked at the yellow.
What did you do for the second puzzle?
I looked at the blue.
Okay.
So
What
this
would the literal interpretation of that sentence then?
I'd have to look at both the yellow and the blue.
More specific.
Well, it had to. I don't know what you mean specific.
Color math.
Well,
What
it'd
are
be
you doing?
green. I mean, it would.
Uh-huh.
So I'd have to look through
What's
something
green?
that. What are okay? The green. It would have to be green. So
Okay. So look through something green.
look through something green. I don't know where I would look through something green. Oh, over here.
It builds. You're building one pane on top of the other. You're
To
adding
building
one
colors.
color to another. Addition
Addition.
of colors is color math.
Got it. I wasn't thinking I could see green from this angle, but apparently I can.
Angle of the dangle. Dirty dangles, boys.
Dirty Bengals. Huh? Up. That is kind of cool, though. I do like this. What? I'm serious.
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking.
Oh, jeez. You know what's coming up. There we go. I opened a door. Oh,
Yeah, you did.
it's
But
purple. Like my. Oh, what does this do? Ouch. Ooh. What did I do? What did I do?
pretty evident. I would think it was pretty evident what you did.
I let in the sun in.
Which did what?
Change the colors.
Uh huh.
But I wasn't paying attention. So, but oh, I saw it now. I saw what I did. Okay. Now I just gotta remember. I forgot the pattern. That was my problem. I forgot the pattern. Now, can I do it from this angle, though?
Why not?
Well, I don't know. This game would be bullshit like that and not let me do stuff like
There's
that.
literally nothing between you and the panel.
Well, that's true. But I could see the game being bullshit like that. Open! Ooh, pretty.
Visually speaking, it is super pretty. This is also the second of the two sections of the game, the second of the two lasers,
Mm-hmm.
that it is impossible for some people to actually complete.
It would make sense because of all the color. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I do love color. Painting is one of my favorite things to do. Ah!
And if you think about it, how do you translate this into something that is colorblind accessible?
Ugh, that would not. Oh my gosh. You'd have to use shapes in some ways on top of it. Ooh,
But then you strip away the entire mechanic of the greenhouse.
exactly. What is this all about? So now these are going to all change. This will be interesting. Oops. I mean, I guess that didn't matter. Maybe. Hmm. Now that one's broken, so there's got to be something. Hmm. That's the floor I was on. Okay. Hmm. Something doesn't seem right. I'm missing something here. I feel like I'm missing something. Or maybe I'm not. I'm just being weird again. Yep, I was being weird again. But I'm not going to be able to move. So what does this mean? What am I missing here?
So essentially, here you need to solve for X. So you know what color the next floor up is that you'd be going to.
Right, which is green.
Okay.
Okay. That? No, that would be wrong. Stupid piece of shit. Don't tell me I go all the way down to the bottom. You are a fucking piece of shit. purple. Then we have all blues.
So far you've been doing what in terms of color math?
Um, well, to make something blue, I had to basically been mix or it's been all solid colors, or that's been the majority. Do I have to do something where it's two blues, two yellows?
So turn around.
Yeah.
What do you see?
I see plants that are in different shades. We have a blue plant, a yellow plant, a green plant, a green plant, a ugly plant.
Not the aspect I was thinking of.
The color, well, the floor is looks like a mix of two colors. It's got the yellow and then the blue.
The blue is the relevant one on this floor.
Okay. I don't understand what you're getting at.
So even at the very bottom floor where you started with this elevator, right?
Right? Mm-hmm.
Go down to the bottom floor. Take the stairs.
I can't. The stairs are broken.
Okay. All right. So even at the very bottom floor, your
The color was red.
right. So at no point have you seen what?
I've seen no yellow, or I've seen no yellow. Or
No.
what?
Think bigger. More foundational.
I don't know what you're asking. What haven't I seen?
You have yet to see and know for certain what the unfiltered colors of that panel are.
Oh. Okay.
Now, you know what color the room above you is that you
Right.
would need to solve for to get up one more. And you've seen that panel through multiple different colors, and you've seen how they've changed and shifted.
Right.
So now you have to take those variables and solve for X. Like blue plus what color equals white, and blue plus what color equals yellow. And then you got to work it out with the next one below you that you've gone through and the one below that, so you can figure out what the actual colors of each dot are. So that way you can then figure green plus that dot, that actual dot color equals what, and construct how that panel would actually look under a green light filter. The reason I use the term color math is because math is all encompassing of addition, subtraction, and algebra.
Oh, yeah, fucking ace. So, let me go back down and take a look at this shit.
But does that start to make sense now?
To a point, yeah.
It's an obnoxious equation to figure out,
It is.
but it's extremely clever for one. Also, pay attention to which tiles are changing color, in what groups.
Okay.
Now this is another one too that, given the time,
Mhm.
um, this is another one that a fresh set of eyes could do you a world of good on,
That's what I'm thinking.
because this is an obnoxiously complicated one to figure out. Because it really is just a matter of like doing the math problem and showing your work.
Yeah. No. All right. I think I'm going to stop here because this is going to frustrate me to
That
no
would be a
end.
smart choice for not.
But this is a clever puzzle. This really is. And this is one I'm going to have to definitely take a look at because, yeah, how would somebody who cannot distinguish colors be able to do this one?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
But not only that, but like I said, how do you make this whole area colorblind friendly
Mhm.
without ruining the puzzles?
Exactly.
It's not possible.
Unless you had a separate colorblind mode that you
But
could
how would
turn
that
on.
work?
Yeah. I don't know.
It literally has to be color for it to work.
Yeah.
Colorblind mode wouldn't do anything, because usually colorblind mode will give you numbers or shapes,
Right.
but the whole crux of the puzzle is understanding the base color through filters.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm going to have to definitely sleep on this one. I feel like the answer, I have it. It's just not. My brain's just saying. It's like, yeah, I need to get some sleep. Holy crud! It's 11:30. Yeah, I need to play something that isn't so mind-numbing, like Fortnite, where I can just jump. But all
This will
right,
be, once you get through this though, this will be laser number what, 6, 7?
7.
Is it 7?
Yeah,
At which point you should have unlocked all the ones on the box on the mountain.
I can go take a look at the box on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Well, I will save this for another day. But I got through the color swamp. I'm happy. Well,
Almost.
almost. But I got
You're
through most of it. I got through most of the part that was driving me nuts. So,
Yeah. Yeah, this elevator is basically the final exam.
hey, did you see somebody was chatting with you?
No, because I had Skype up so I can keep an eye on you.
I don't know
Uh,
when that came in. Yeah, you would be. That would assume right. Anyhow, all right. Well, I guess we're just gonna end this here. Dang it. Oh well. Anything else, Larry, before we say goodnight?
Um, no, I don't think so. I would say make sure that you're with us. Well, it's officially Tuesday now, so make sure that you're with us tomorrow night, Wednesday night, for our live stream recording of World 1-1 podcast, where we're going to have the amazing Topher Cantler, King of the Bees, joining us as well. Other than that, that's really the biggest thing. Looking forward to coming back to this with Kathy with fresh eyes. See if she can pass the final test of color math.
I'm failing.
Get her 7th laser,
Yay, 7!
which means she can go to the top of the mountain.
I will be the queen of the mountain, damn it. I will be that. So, alright. You all have a wonderful evening. It's been fun. Well, for all of you. Not for me! My brain's hurting.
You had fun, Hodge.
My brain is hurting right now. I'm serious. Like, I got a headache. I think I've been thinking way too hard. I need to stop thinking. All right. Take care, everybody.
Good night.